Hey guys, so today I'm going to demo and review for you all of Zildjian's 6-inch cymbals. We're going to take a look at the A custom splash, the A series splash, and the 6-inch Zil Bel from the FX series. So before we get to the sound samples, I do want to describe the cymbals for you a little bit. Starting with the A custom, so this obviously has a brilliant finish. It has a very bright sound, and actually the bright sound is something that's going to be common across all three cymbals that we look at today. Some things that are a little bit more distinctive about this cymbal. So the A custom is considered to be a little bit less dry compared to the others. That means it's going to have more overtones. It should have a short sustain so that the sound should die out quicker. It should also have less definition. In other words, if you were to hit it with the stick on the bell or the bow, it should produce a softer sound. Now, I don't think you're probably going to be riding on your splash that much, but we will cover that sound in the demo in a little bit. Moving over to the A series splash. So obviously this has a traditional finish. The lathing appears more prominent, and that's common to everything in the A series. Also bright, like I mentioned. This should have a drier sound compared to the A splash, so that means it should have less overtones. Still has a short sustain and has a low definition. Moving on to the Zil Bel, so obviously this is not a splash. It is considered one of their FX cymbals, one of their effects cymbals. Depending on your situation, this might be something that's interchangeable for you. It might be something that you prefer over splashes. I know some people who love that little like high-pitched ding sound you get from it. Some people don't like it, but we are going to kind of compare them in conjunction and playing them in the same sort of fashion. Now, obviously, it does have a bit of a brilliant finish. In fact, I don't see any discernible lathing on this cymbal at all. It's bright, just like all the other cymbals, but this is where some things get kind of interesting. This has a very, very long sustain, at least compared to these. And it's considered to also have a very high amount of definition, so it should have a lot of detail on a sticking sound. I think it achieves this because of two reasons. One, as you can probably see, it's almost entirely bell, right? The bell on the two splashes kind of ends pretty close in, maybe not even quite halfway in. Whereas this is almost entirely bell, there's just a little bit of section that you would consider bow. The other is that this cymbal is significantly thicker than the splashes. In fact, it's almost 4 times the weight of those other two splashes. As far as dryness is concerned, it's considered to have a similar amount of dryness when compared to the A series. So that means it's drier. Both of these are much drier than the A custom. Just a quick note on the recording setup. So I'm going to be using Earthwork brand microphones. Those are going to be running through an A Designs Pacifica preamp. Once in the DAW, I'm not applying any EQ or compression to those cymbal tracks, just a little bit of phase correction. I will, however, be applying some post-production EQ and compression and reverb to the snare and the kick. So did you guys have a favorite in that batch? If so, let me know in the comments below. I also have a review video out on some 10-inch splashes, so if you're interested in that stuff, something a little bit bigger, you'll find a link to that in the description. I have other videos coming out all the time, more cymbal reviews, review for other drum gear like hardware and sticks and certain pieces of recording equipment to pick out and how to do some post-processing and recording for your drums. So if you don't want to miss out on that stuff, then don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, peace.